Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of College Ball with J-Dawg. I'm back and better than ever, y'all. Feeling better. Sorry I didn't get y'all a good episode Friday. We had some good games Friday night, y'all. We had some good games yesterday. We're going to recap it all. Yesterday, even got a coach fired, which everybody probably seen coming. I told everybody I talked to much ball with yesterday that no way he's a coach today. Y'all probably already know who it is, but we're going to talk about it. Before we get going, y'all do that stuff for me. You know what it is. Hit that thumbs up for me. Hit that bell. Go up, hit all. If you're already subscribed, you're an OG. I appreciate you. Get in the comment section. Give me your take on this weekend. I ain't had my best weekend on picking games. It happens. We're going to get into them, y'all. First thing we're going to do is we're going to cover the Friday night games. Friday night, we had a couple good ones, y'all. Florida State, so we're going to go over first. Man, what a game, y'all. Virginia had them down. Florida State come back. This game was neck and neck all second half, really. You get to overtime. There's a controversial catch, too, y'all. Let's talk about that. What's y'all's opinion on that controversial catch? Virginia won 46-38, y'all. The controversial catch, I think the refs made the right call. That's my personal opinion. Everybody's got their own. Y'all let me know y'all's in the comment section. Do you think the refs got that call right on the catch for Florida State, or do you think they got it wrong? The internet seems about like 75% think the refs got it right, 25% don't. I think it was right. I don't think it was a catch. Virginia wins, double overtime. The fans literally storm the field as soon as the ball hits the ground, y'all. That's one of the craziest field storms ever. Former ball, Squirrel White was the one who had a chance to catch the last pass. He disappeared into the crowd, y'all. So they say he's okay, but it looks like he got absolutely trampled on. Them fans are literally, if there would have been a flag on that play, y'all, it would have been mass chaos. I mean, absolute mass chaos. I took Virginia covering that game. I didn't think they pulled the upset outright. I told y'all the Friday night games, though. Lord, there's some weird stuff going on in Friday night games, y'all. So Florida State lost. Luckily, they got a little wiggle room, considering they did beat Bama. They got Miami next week, I'm pretty sure. That game would have been a lot bigger of a matchup if they would have lost Friday night. It is what it is. FSU, you still got a chance. But you ain't got much wiggle room left, not in the ACC with it being down like it is. It's literally you and Miami, who's contenders. I know Virginia's actually been pretty good. They lost to North Carolina State, and it wasn't even a conference game. How do you play a conference game and not be a conference game? It's wild to me. Don't understand that, but it wasn't. So Virginia's still technically undefeated in conference. Anyway, up next, another good Friday night game, y'all. Friday night had some bangers, man. Arizona State pulls off the win over TCU. They was favored. I picked TCU. TCU had the lead. They was up by like 14, I want to say. Blew it. Arizona State, it's a 23-yard field goal. Wins the game. They's up 17. TCU's up 17 in this game. Blew the lead. Hoover, TCU's quarterback, had a bad night. 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Arizona State's a good team, y'all. They beat Arizona State and Baylor back-to-back weeks. Their one loss is to the next team we're going to talk about. Man, this game had me. I didn't know if I was going to survive last night, y'all. I was on the verge of a stroke during this game. Mississippi State is the one team that has beat Arizona State. Y'all, Starkvegas is a tough place to play. And I told y'all before this I told y'all when I reviewed this game this week, this was not going to be easy like some Tennessee fans thought. There are some Tennessee fans that knew it was going to be tough. First of all, anytime you're going on the road in the SEC, it's going to be tough, no matter who you're playing. Mississippi State, the only team in the country, beat Arizona State. They was ranked 12th or 11th. I think they was 11th in one, 12th in the other poll. They're still not ranked because of it, which is crazy. Mississippi State should have been ranked. If you're going to drop a team like that and the team that beats them keeps winning, I think Mississippi State was like 27th as far as like receiving votes. They were right on the line of being ranked. They wasn't, y'all. This is an absolute thriller. Tennessee wins in overtime. We scores a touchdown. Mississippi State gets down there, can't punch it in. Y'all, what a damn game. Let's talk about it. Mississippi State's a good team. Tennessee played a good game too. I got a couple things I want to talk about from that game though. First thing, officiating. The refs screwed Tennessee on multiple occasions in that game. We still found a way to win. The biggest screw job was obviously the 60-yard touchdown pass to Chris Broswell, where they caught us for pass interference, offensive pass interference. Even the announcers, and the announcers hardly ever stick up for Tennessee, said that there's no way in hell that was offensive pass interference. Dude just fell down. They called on us. We get no points on that drive. It is what it is. Luckily, we found a way to win. Thing number two, I very rarely have anything to say about Heupel's coaching. There's two things in that game that I had a problem with. First one's going to be obvious to everybody, and that was the time management at the end of the game. He had 3 timeouts, only used one of them. Doesn't make no sense to me. We end up with the win, so it's okay, but he better learn from it, because a blunder like that, if we'd end up losing that game, he would be under fire today, y'all. And my other gripe is he completely abandoned the run game until the end of the game. The people I was watching it with will tell you. From probably the last 4 or 5 minutes of the second quarter until the end of the game, I kept screaming, why is he abandoning the run game? Why will he not run the ball? This is a coach that runs the ball 65% of the time through his career. But last night, he got so pass happy. But what did we go to when we needed to win, y'all? Aguilar on a quarterback sweep, power, whatever you want to call it, to the right to tie the game. Then in overtime, we handed off, score a touchdown. And a couple times he would run the ball, we was getting 6, 8, 10 yards of carry. We got the win. I'm not going to complain too much, but I really wish he would have ran the ball more because we was running it. They ran it down our throat, too. They damn sure ran it down our throat. That game had me on the edge of my seat, y'all. I don't sit down with Tennessee's player, and I will go around the kitchen. I yell, I scream. My little autistic nephew, I might have made him say fuck about 2 or 3 times last night because I was screaming. I don't know. I just couldn't understand why we wouldn't run the ball. When we did run the ball, it worked. It just he got past that, which Aguilar had a great game. Both of his interceptions was on Kitselman. I don't care what anybody says. Some people say, oh, they were high. Both of them, the 2 hands, and he dropped it. Mike Matthews drops a 70-yard touchdown bomb. That's been a problem so far. Chris Broswell is our short-handed guy. Braylon Staley muffed the punt. Then he dropped a 3rd down at the 10-yard line. About to score to kill a drive. We had to kick a field goal. Field goal kicker missed another field goal. Those are games in past years under Heupel we lose on the road. I mean, let's be honest. The fact we came out with that win makes me feel really good going forward. We still got some tough ones on the road. We still got to go to Bama. We still got to go to Kentucky. We still got to go to Florida. But we come out of Starkvegas against a really good team. Yeah, I'll tell you, Mississippi State will ruin somebody's season this year. I think Mississippi State can get to 8 wins this year. I really do. They're a good team. I've watched them. against Arizona State, against some other teams. They're a good team. I'm glad we left with the win. Man, when I tell you, I hope we don't get any more free football this year. Them overtime games, shoot, they're rough. I needed a daggone Xanax or something. I swear, I was on edge. My heart was racing. I was saying every cuss word you could think of. I was pissed off because Hopper wouldn't run the ball. But we came out to win. That's all that matters, y'all. This game right here, I was terribly wrong about, y'all. Terribly. I picked Notre Dame to win, but I picked Arkansas to cover. Lord, Arkansas's defense is bad, y'all. And our offense wasn't much better yesterday. They just got manhandled. There ain't much to say about this game. Notre Dame dominated start to finish. Arkansas, anytime it looked like they had a glimmer of hope, they do something stupid like they've done all year. They've lost 2 games, fumbles on the end, and yesterday they just went ahead and got it done with early, which gets us to our coach that got fired, y'all. Sam Pittman has been fired from Arkansas. It's absolutely crazy because the man that takes over is Bobby Petrino, Mr. Motorcycle Man. Life comes at you full circle sometimes, y'all. Trino goes from being fired at Arkansas for having his little side piece on his motorcycle, having a wreck. Goes to coach some lower schools, gets the offensive coordinator job at A&M, then gets the offensive coordinator job at Arkansas, and now he's head coach again. Will they give him the job, or are they going to do a coaching search? I said since they hired Petrino, he was there to take over whenever they fired Pittman. Unless they can get somebody like Gruden or somebody like that, I don't see how Petrino ain't going to be the coach. I was telling everybody, even before yesterday, that Petrino would probably be the coach when we play him. He is. We got a bye week next week. We need it. We're supposed to get Jermon McCoy back, y'all. I think David Hobbs supposed to come back. We need to get healthy. We're going to be, when we play Arkansas in 2 weeks, we're going to be the healthiest we've been all season. I think you're going to see a big difference on defense. Our defense was opportunistic not last night. Not trying to backtrack their game. But our defense, when we needed them, they was there, y'all. But yes, Arkansas. Petrino is back in Arkansas, which is absolutely crazy, y'all. I think he's going to end up with the job. Who do y'all think they'll go after if they don't give it to Petrino? I know Gruden said he wants to coach in the SEC, but they're going to have to compete with Florida and maybe another team or two for him. I think Petrino will be a great fit there. I don't think they're ever going to be a title contender or nothing with them. But somebody steady the program out, win 7, 8, 9 games a year. I think Petrino could do that there possibly. But the games has changed so much, y'all. But Jerry Jones needs to start throwing some money into them. Up next, another one I was wrong on, y'all. I picked Washington to cover that 9.5. It's looking good like they was going to cover. Then the fourth quarter come. It was 14-6 going into the fourth quarter. The two longest home winning streaks in the country were demolished last night, y'all. Washington had a 22-game win streak. It's over. We'll talk about the other one when we get to it. Ohio State done what good teams to do, even traveling out west, hostile environment. Their defense shut down one of the best quarterbacks in the country. He don't have the weapons some other quarterbacks have. But Ohio State just take care of business, y'all. Doing what good teams do. That was a spot they could have had a letdown, flying across country, hostile environment. They handled their business. Hats off to them. This game right here. LSU, I told you all year, I still think they're a fraud. I don't care about their win over Clemson. I don't care about their win over Florida. I thought they was a fraud. Their defense has improved tremendously this year. Their offense is taking about 10 steps back, y'all. Lane Kiffin said take the over. Didn't come anywhere close. Really? They got to about 43. The over was 58.5. But his team won. So he crushed his little daughter's boyfriend's hopes and dreams. It's absolutely crazy. Only in college football do you get storylines like that. And then after the game, he said, I just want to ask Whit Weeks if we hit the over or not. No, you didn't come close to him, Kiffin. Ole Miss is good, y'all. Shambliss, he's a really good quarterback. He played good against a really, really good defense last night. Kiffin's a good coach. As much as I can't stand him, he's a good coach. That's a good win for him. They still got a tough schedule ahead, which in the SEC, who don't? Like I said, big win for him, though. Up next, this game was way more low scoring than I thought it was going to be, y'all. Texas A&M Auburn. Texas A&M wins 16-10, y'all. Low scoring battle. Auburn's been so close on the road, y'all. They went to Oklahoma, played good. Went to A&M, gave A&M a game, y'all. Is Hugh Freeze going to be one of the coaches in the SEC that gets fired this year? It's possible because their schedule don't get no easier, y'all. And I said, anyway, I thought Hugh Freeze was going to get fired this year before the season started. Go back, see that in my videos. I think he's an overrated coach. At Ole Miss, he got all that credit for going 9-4 2 years in a row. Only because he beat Alabama was they going on about it like that. He can't seem to make a good decision on a quarterback. I mean, Jackson Arnold ain't as bad as he was at Oklahoma last year. But he went and got Peyton Thorne. Stayed with Peyton Thorne for another year. And then out of all the quarterbacks he could try to get, even Caden Salter, that ran his system at Liberty while he was the coach there for 2 or 3 years. And he picks Jackson Arnold, y'all. I don't know if he's very good at picking quarterbacks. They got a lot of talent on that team. They got really good receivers that are probably going to transfer because they're going to want to go somewhere they can get the ball, and I don't blame them. Cam Coleman, he's probably the top 5 receiver in the country, and you wouldn't even know it because they can't get the ball to him. I picked Auburn to cover on that one. They did. So that's one of the few I got right. This one right here, I was off on. Picked Indiana to cover. I thought Indiana would win by about 14 points, what I said. So I'm here eating my crow. I'm not one of those that come on here and try to make excuses or who do you if you ain't watched the videos before. Indiana didn't look as good against Iowa as I thought they would. They won. I mean, that's all that matters at the end of the day. They won. They won 20-15, y'all. And they wanted to pull up for some reason. I apologize. There we go. And it took them scoring a late touchdown to win this game. I thought their speed and stuff would make Iowa's defense look bad. Iowa proved again that their defense is one of the best. I still don't think Iowa could hang with the team that's got like really, really top tier athletes. But you never know. Indiana just put a freaking 53-point beat down on Illinois and then turn around this week. Only scored 20 on Iowa at Iowa. They got the win. Hats off to Iowa. I mean, their defense played their ass off. Indiana's been scoring on everybody. They had them to 13 until 2 minutes left in the game. Iowa scored 15. If you get 20 on Iowa, you're going to win. I mean, that's all there is to it. They've still, all them years, Kirk Ferentz there, he just has never tried to really build an offense. I don't understand it. He has one of the top defenses every year, but his offense is never any good. And it bites him every year. But he wins just enough, and Iowa knows. I mean, Iowa's never going to be a national title contender. So if they go 8-4, 7-5, 9-3 every year, hell, that's a good year at Iowa. This game right here, I didn't expect to be talking about it. Wake Forest, Georgia Tech. Who would have thought? Georgia Tech was 17-point favorites, I want to say. It got down to 11.5. It was 14. Pretty sure on DraftKings it was 14 yesterday because I moved it down to 9.5. Didn't matter. They literally had to go to overtime. Wake Forest was up too, y'all, 20-3. Georgia Tech come back, took it to overtime. Wake Forest scores after Georgia Tech. They say, hey, let's try to end this thing. Didn't get it. Georgia Tech survives the scare. Hey, like I said, a win's a win, y'all. Survive in advance. It was one of those weird Saturdays, y'all. Crazy stuff was happening. It started Friday night with Virginia from Florida State. So I was glad we got out of Starkville with the win. So I guess I'm right here. Illinois goes from getting mollywopped by 53 points last week to beating USC this week. It's going to be one of those seasons. If you know anything about college football, the craziest season ever was 07. If you don't remember 07, get on YouTube, pull up a video. It was absolute chaos. It come down to last week. West Virginia was going to get to play for a national title with Pat White, Rich Rodriguez, all them. Boom. They lose to a 3-win Pitt team. Get knocked out of the national title game. And that was just Kansas was ranked in the top 5 at one point that year. I mean, USF was up there. It's just an absolute crazy year. So, if you don't remember it, go watch a video about it. It was an absolute wild year. I think we're heading for that is what I'm trying to get at. This season could be one of those wild ones. Illinois has a lead they're up by 14. USC comes back. They go for 2. Cut it to 5, I want to say. Go score again. Take the lead by 2. Yes, they cut it to 5 with 2-point conversion. I thought it was weird they went for, but then they get up by 1 point. They went for 2 to cut it to 6. That's what happened. Sorry. Went for 2, cut it to 6, scored, took a 1-point lead. Illinois gets the ball, drives down, field goal. They win the game in an upset over USC. I picked USC to win by like 10, I think. So, another one I was wrong on. Like I said, it wasn't my best weekend, y'all. But hey, I'm here eating crow at least. Up next, we ain't got to the nightcaps yet, y'all. BYU and Colorado. I want to talk about this game. Colorado cannot stop the run. They're still a finesse team. Until they get some better lines of scrimmage, they're never going to be a serious contender, y'all. There's up in this game. BYU scores at the end, wins the game. I just wanted to cover that because I was watching Nightcap with Ocho and Ump, and even they're on Dion, y'all, and they're one of some of his best friends. I don't think the experiment's going to work. I'm not saying Dion's a bad coach. I'm just saying you're at Colorado. The best you're going to do at Colorado these days, unfortunately, is what they did last year. 9-3 regular season, 9-4 for the season. If Dion got a better job, he might be able to win. I'm not sure. I'm still not sure he's that great of a coach. I think he won because of his son, who was a pretty decent quarterback. And then Travis Hunter was the best player in college football last year. Now that he's got just some regular guys, even though he's got some top-tier guys, but none of them a generational talent like Travis Hunter in college football. I just don't see it working out, y'all. I really don't. I think Dion, especially with the health issues and stuff, probably end up hanging it up. after a year or two. That's just my opinion. Which one should we go over first, y'all? Oregon, Penn State, or Georgia and Bama? Let's go Oregon, Penn State, y'all. I told you. This is one of the ones I was right on. This is the ones I was most confident in being right on. Penn State is going to Penn State, y'all. Looked like they's finally maybe going to get over the hump. Nope. They's down 14. Storm back. Get to double overtime. Oregon scores. Don't get the 2-point conversion. What does Drew Aller do on the first play? Throws the ball to Oregon. Penn State goes down in the wideout. James Franklin is now like freaking 4 and something against top 15 teams. He's absolutely terrible against good teams. He don't even have to play that many good teams because he's in the Big Ten where it's top heavy. It was Michigan and Ohio State he couldn't beat. Now Oregon's in there. Maybe even USC. USC's not there yet. Probably ain't going to be under Riley, let's be honest. Riley's a damn good offensive coach. He still ain't figured it out on defense. I don't know if he will. If he ever did figure it out on defense, he'd probably win some games. But I don't know if that experiment's going to work out or not, y'all. Because Lincoln Riley is on the hot seat. If they have they're not going to keep putting up with 8-4, 9-3. That's not what they want out there. And he's in what? Year 4? Year 4? Yeah, year 4. Year 4, defense still ain't good. It's better than it was 2 years ago, but it's really not. I don't know. I'll get sidetracked, y'all. Oregon wins the game. Everybody besides Penn State fans knew Oregon was going to win the game. James Franklin cannot beat a good team. He beats up on bad competition. If he's in a harder conference, how he won 9 games a year at Vandy, I still can't figure it out, y'all. Because at Penn State, he can't beat a good team to save his life. But that was also when we had East and West. He took advantage of Tennessee being down. He took advantage of Florida not quite being right. Even Georgia, that was pre-Kirby Smart, so Mark Richt would win 9-10 games a year, but screw around and lose one to somebody. At Penn State, you know what you're getting out of it. And I don't want to hear anybody else say Drew Aller is a freaking first-round quarterback. He's terrible. This year ain't been good against bad competition. But usually he's pretty good against bad competition. And then when they play a top 15 team, he sucks. Anyway, Penn State will get tired of James Franklin, y'all. Well, some of them already are. If he can't win a big game this year, I don't know how many more years they're going to keep him. And I know you can say, oh, well, wouldn't you like to go 10-2 every year? Absolutely. But you want to feel like you're an actual title contender, too. Look at Mark Richt at Georgia. He won 9-10 games a year, too. But they eventually get sick of it. If you don't feel like you're ever going to get over that hump and win a title, fans, unfortunately, get tired of it. And sometimes it can bite you in the ass. Look at Nebraska. Look at Tennessee for years. Look at other teams that went through it. It's a risk you take. This one right here, y'all, we can crow on it, too. Georgia loses to Alabama. The first longest home win streak. So we lost 2 home win streaks last night. The top 2 gone. Georgia won 33 in a row. Washington won 22 in a row. Georgia handed this game to Bama on a silver platter, y'all. Two things that really stuck out. The 4th and 1 that Kirby Smart tried to hurry up, use his 3rd string running back, and go around the edge on when Frazier was averaging like 8 yards a carry. And the backup was even doing good. Then you bring in the white running back and try to run an outside play. Your bruiser running back. If he's going to have your bruiser running back in, you think he'd go up the middle. Kirby made a bonehead decision there. I really think he did. They take that field goal there. they're at least playing for overtime. Then, in not Georgia fashion, especially at home, Gunner Stockton throws an absolute dime down the field for a touchdown, and dude drops it to take the lead. Kind of the opposite of their luck when they was in Knoxville, y'all. They got the luck of our kicker missing the field goal. This week, the luck wasn't on their side. It was on their side. Those games usually even themselves out throughout the year. Which we went and took that game against Mississippi State, but damn, we had some mistakes and the refs against us, and we still found a way to win it. But hats off to Bama. You're still alive. You got Vandy next week. I think that's going to be a really good game. DeBoer, Alabama owns Georgia. Like Georgia's owned us lately. It's weird. I don't know. Y'all, it's a wild weekend. Next weekend, we got some good football. I hate bye weeks, but I'm glad we got one. We need one. We're going to be as healthy as we've been all year when we come back. McCoy's supposed to be back. David Hobbs supposed to be back. A couple other guys that are nicked up, get a little rest. We got Arkansas. That's a revenge game. I hope we do them like Notre Dame did them. They'll probably play hard for Petrino. As long as they leave with a loss, I'll be happy. Tomorrow, you know how we do tomorrow. We're going to do our review the top 25 coaches and AP poll. We'll preview this week's schedule. I might go ahead and do my power rankings and stuff tomorrow. Probably let's save them for Tuesday. Glad Tennessee survived, y'all. Y'all tell me if your team survived, if you're a fan of another team. Or did you have an easy weekend just watching everybody else stress out and your team was on a bye? That's what I'll be doing next week after 2 of the last 3 weeks being absolute freaking heart attack games, stroke games. It'll be nice to sit back and watch everybody else have to deal with that and us just getting healthy. I appreciate y'all tuning in, y'all. Make sure you do that YouTube stuff for me on the way out the door. Sorry I let y'all down the other day on the video. I was sick. Finally feeling better. I'm back. I'm better than ever. Y'all help me build this channel, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hit that thumbs up. Get in that comment section. Hit that bell. Hit all. Help you get my videos if you're already subscribed. Appreciate it. God bless y'all. And go Vols.